Hello everyone, just a warning, I am not very well at the minute. As you can tell, I'm full of a cold and it's aggravating my asthma, which is a pain in the butt. I've just took my inhaler, so hopefully it should control it for the duration of the videos, but it is aggravating my asthma, which is normal for me because I have a shitty immune system. It's weird because he's got an immune system that's too strong and mine's fucking piss weak. Anyway, Monday's video was quite a long video. For those that you don't know, it was a continuation on from last week's video on Onision. This week it was discussing whether he was a haemophile and the allegations from the other people involved. I'll link that above. It's definitely an interesting watch. I do give you what's out there, the allegations themselves, and then I give you my opinion. That's the way I try and do things. It's very rare that a story I get really annoyed with a story. This one is a very annoying, and I'm going to explain a few things. First of all, I'm going to approach this story as from the legal age of consent in this country, because I don't know where these girls are located and I don't know where the guy is located. I think the guy might be located in LA. And I know in America he generally swings between 16 to 18, the age of consent for sex. But I'm just going to operate on 16, which is what it is here, because that's the low number. Even though some people want to get rid of it, but that's not what this is about. I can do a whole video on that, which I might very well do. But what I'm going to start doing is one big video a week and then two small ones. Primarily because over the weekend I can do more research than I can during the week. Because during the week I'm trying to do more writing, which is what my primary job, if you would like to say, is. Because I have multiple books on sale. So yeah. There is that. Anyway, you may remember sometime last year, I think I covered a guy called It Snow Himself, or Itself, who was making creepy videos about underage girls. He tried to claim that he was 19, but in actual fact he was something like 24. And he even tried to send Keem his ID, but it turned out to be his brother's ID, not his. Well, this guy is very much along the same line. The only difference is this guy is genuinely, when he started doing this he was 18, but he's now 19. Now, I'm going to go off, like I said, I'm going to use the age of consent in this country and the lowest age of consent in the US, which is 16. So, let's go into the issues. Patrick Minor. Now, one thing I will say, because I found out about this through Marky, and one thing Marky said, and now I'm from the same country as him, about the whole nonce word. Now, he says that it's just something, it's a slang term, and that it's just something you jokingly call people. As far as I'm concerned, you don't use that term in any way in a joke. Once I found out, because up until I accidentally called it to somebody else, I didn't realise that that was the slang term for paedophile. I just thought it meant idiot, because where I come from, that's what it meant. But no, it means it's a slang term for paedophile. So you don't call people a nonce unless you're trying to insinuate that they're a paedophile. Okay? Okay. So I disagree with Marky on that, and he actually got under my skin that you don't jokingly call people a nonce. We've had a lot of issues on YouTube with people calling people paedophiles and nonces just for shits and giggles and just to get their revenge for whatever. Again, I've already covered that. Excuse me. So let's go into this. Now, Patrick Minor is a YouTuber. He does a lot of things similar to what It Snow Himself does and Mitchell Reacts. Now, I'm not aware that Mitchell Reacts was doing this stuff, but if he is, then he's just as bad as Snow and this guy. He has apologised, and he's just trying to say that he was trying to make content that his grandma would be proud of. Put it this way, if I did content like that and I got on with my grandma, she wouldn't be proud of that. Trust me. So, in a lot of his thumbnails, and I am not going to show them, I will send you over to Mikey's video, because he shows upload versions of it. He shows videos where in his thumbnails, he'll show pictures of girls, say 12, 13, 14, 15, with booty shorts on. Now, first off, if that was my kid, I'm sorry, but if you're wearing booty shorts, you're wearing leggings underneath. I'm sorry, I'm not allowing that to happen. After you turn 18, you can wear that whatever the fuck you want. But until you're 18 or until you move out of my house, you're wearing what I tell you. Because I know how men think. Trust me on that one. Also, he had multiple thumbnails where he'd blur things out, so suggesting that they were pulling the top apart or that they were doing salacious sex with their partners and they're like 14. Which, to me, if you're saying that the person's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and you have that as your thumbnail, it's a bit creepy. Now, he's, like I say, between 18 and 19, so he's not that old. And if you use the same logic that I used with Isla and Sarah, 16 and 19 isn't an issue. 14 and 19 is an issue because a 14-year-old is under the age of consent and cannot legally give consent to anything. Okay? Okay. He even states in his videos and in the thumbnails that there are either 12, 13, 14 or 15. And we're talking about Danielle Bregoli's cousin or his sister or something. And other people that are 12 years old but they look like they're 17 and they're very, very sexual in nature. And he's utilising that, and the look on his face is... he also watched a dance video of, I think it was Maddie. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was Maddie Ziegler. And she was 14 at the time. And she was twerking in a dance routine video. And he got very excited about that. And she was 14 at the time. He's a fan of Mitchell Reacts, as well as who is a fan of It's Not Himself. And I just say Patrick Manning is a fan of It's Not Himself, because the three tend to have the same kind of MO, where they're like licking the lips, they're like, she's hot. Even in his thumbnails, this guy says that these kids are hot. It's like, ugh, even just saying those words about kids. Ugh. He may be pandering to his younger audience, people that are teenagers themselves, whose hormones are raging out of control, who basically they see anything and they're like, ooh. And it's just a case of, it's bad when you are meant to be a mentor and you're meant to be a positive role model for people, and you act like this. So, he also took Mikey's video down twice on him. And because obviously what he said in the video was that this guy had very, very questionable taste and that his actions were questionable to say the least. Sickening if you fucking ask me. Oh god. Mikey did do another video about a week ago and he uploaded it, and he added in that several of Mikey's fans had gone to Patrick and said, "You're a nonce," and he actually, on one of them, he actually turned around and said, "Keep talking, because while you're doing this, I'm getting my tech company to find your IP address, to find your real life address, so that I can come round and you wake up with limbs missing." Bear in mind, this lad was what, 15, 16? And Patrick was 19. Does this happen last year? Are you fucking mental? Threatening kids when you're the one that's doing in videos where you're watching kids, where you're watching videos of children. Oh. Oh. Right, his third people who've told him he's creepy. His videos are creepy. And he, I don't know why that channel's still on YouTube. I have no idea why. At all. His channel shouldn't be on YouTube. Neither should Snow's. And if Mitchell's done it, then neither should his. If anything like this is on YouTube, it needs to be taken off now. Because it's beyond a fucking joke. He's also done videos talking in a suggestive manner about people under the age of consent, and he's strange as fuck. Like I say, if the person is 16 to 18, it can be a bit of a grey area. Especially if you are doing a 10-15 minute video where you are basically saying, oh, she's hot. Oh, she's hot. Oh. And then uploading that onto the internet. That's still creepy. But it's not that much of a stretch because it's only a couple of years from his age. However, when you go under 16, those people are still kids. They legally have no way of consenting to anything because, here's the shocker, they don't have the brain capacity to understand the decisions that they will make. Because they're kids. They might think that they're 30 years old and that they should be allowed to do whatever they want. But here's a newsflash for you. They're not. Because their brains aren't fully developed until they're in the mid-20s. So, him doing this, and if he tries to use the excuse of, well, these people are in the public eye, so, we're allowed to look at them. And it's like, there's a difference between looking at them and doing a video where you are ogling them. And there was one, and I swear to God, if I am right, I will... Ooh. On one video, the one where I think it was Maddie twerking, he actually seemed aroused. Obviously, you can't see anything from here downwards, like with me. It's just his behaviour. It's like, oh God, sick. You do not do shit like this. Ever. And there's a reason why you don't do shit like this. Because it's predatory, it's disgusting, and it is harmful. These kids are dancing. These kids are spending time with their friends. And because they happen to wear a certain item of clothing, you think it's okay for you to turn around and say, oh, they look hot. They're fucking kids. Are you fucking stupid? At the end of the day, just because somebody's in the public eye does not give you the right to say that they're hot if they are fucking 12, 13, 14 or 15 years old. Because guess what? That's predatorial. And if I knew this guy, I wouldn't let him anywhere near any of my kids. Not that I have any, but if I did, I wouldn't let him anywhere near them. This guy is... Oh, when I was watching Mikey's video, I was trying my best not to throw up. Because the whole thing just made me feel physically sick. And it's like, how dare this guy think that he had the right to do a video where he was basically saying that these 12-year-olds were hot. 12-year-olds and hot shouldn't even be in the same sentence. I swear, some of these younger YouTubers, I just want to throttle them. You don't do stuff like this. It's disgusting, it's predatorial, and it's fucking stomach churning. Anyway, sorry to bring it in down on your day. So yeah, this guy needs to get off the platform and now. Especially if he carries on the way he is. Anyway, stay safe, be good, have fun, and I will see you on Friday.